All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another morning coffee. Uh, it has been a while again. So I'm just going to stop talking about it because obviously you guys understand that, like, there's no set schedule for these things. They just kind of happen when they happen. Hopefully, there'll be more going forward, but I'm not going to promise anything. But I do have some cool updates for you. I'm going to talk a little bit about the album this morning and also going to talk a little bit about um, some cool uh, stuff that's going on just with like me personally and some things I'm going to be trying. And then also to just talk about some crazy current event stuff that's going on. Like, for instance, the Pokemon Go craziness that continues. People are like now suing Nintendo. There's a couple that's suing Nintendo and Niantic um, because people have been trespassing in their yard, and so they're basically like their lawsuit is demanding that homeowners get a portion of the sales. Like if your home is like a Pokestop or a gym or something like that, which is causing extra people to come to your house and generating popularity for the game. Basically, they want to get a cut for people, coming onto their property, which makes sense if people are actually trespassing on their property. If you're playing Pokemon Go, don't trespass on people's property. Do it in public places. And if you get asked to leave a business, leave the business. Don't make a big deal about it, and don't go back there. But anyway, so that's kind of weird. It's just one of those things where it's like the gaming world is starting to like become so mainstream that it's starting to infringe on normal people that don't even play games. There's been lawsuits in the past in regards to gaming, but it's usually been from gamers or employees of gaming companies. This is the first time where like the average, mom and pop are like suing gaming companies. So it's probably not unprecedented. I'm sure it's happened before, but it's never been in the news that I know of. So really, really crazy stuff going on with Pokemon Go. But a lot of people are getting out there. A lot of people have lost weight. A lot of people have walked like more miles than they've ever walked in their entire life. I have a friend that does it while he runs. He just is like running along, and he's like, I can't get enough eggs. Like when I played it, I was like, man, I'll never hatch all these eggs. I don't walk enough. And I haven't played it since I did my video on it for set. But my buddy last night was like, I can't get enough eggs because he gets up and he runs like several miles every morning. So there are some people that are getting up and moving around. Not always because of the game, but sometimes because of the game. So it's pretty interesting. Other big thing that's going on right now with me. So I have some time over the next few weeks. I have some extra time off from work. So one thing that I'm really focusing on right now is not just working on set, but also working on the albums as well. So I told you guys on previous morning coffees that I've got a Christmas album. I've got just kind of a solo album that I'm working on that's non-Christmas. And so both of those I've been working on. As you can see behind me here, I've been recording today actually. So this isn't really morning. I'm filming it later on in the day. So, but you'll be watching it in the morning because I won't post it till tomorrow morning. So, but I actually spent about 7 hours in the studio today, doing nothing but recording. So I have the song list for the Christmas album I've got pulled up here. I'm not going to share it just yet, but I have a list. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 songs, so it's just like an EP. 2 of them are original. 4 of them are traditional Christmas songs. So, but I recorded, I got the drums and kind of what's called like a rough track or like a scratch track, which is like kind of the track that everything else follows along with to do the recording. I got those recorded for 1, 2, 3 of the songs, and 2 of them have the final drums on them. They have to be edited and like kind of tweaked and EQ'd and stuff like that. But as far as the actual recording and the tracking of them, that part's done. And I've got piano done for one of them and some other stuff. So that's 3 songs that kind of have like the basic elements done. So I'm about halfway done on the kind of first run of recording to get all the foundational stuff down. And then from there, it starts to go kind of fast. Once you get the drums down and once you have kind of your scratch track or whatever your foundational element is, for most of the songs, it's acoustic and vocals. For one song, it's like a piano thing. But once you have that down, I can start layering in instruments a lot faster, because then I just come back on electric and I lay down electric parts for all the songs while I'm plugged in, and I can do it really quickly because I just move from song to song. And I've got chords already, and so like everything's just kind of ready to go. It's just waiting on laying it down. Come through, do keys, do whatever else I'm wanting to add in, strings, other percussive instruments, stuff like that. So it starts to move a lot quicker, and then I come back and I do the vocals, both the lead vocal and then the background vocals for everything too. So that's kind of the process and how it works in a really condensed version of it. There might be more on that. I'll save that for a future update. But there might be more behind the scenes coming, but maybe not. It'll depend on interest. So stay tuned on that. The last thing I want to say before I jump off here is there's hopefully going to be more development on ryanshore.net, which is kind of my personal website. I'm in the process of changing that up right now. So don't go to it yet unless you aren't signed up for our newsletter and want to get Johnny and I's like personal newsletter. It's not set related. It's just about us, church stuff, ministry related stuff, moving stuff. Anytime that something kind of big happens in our lives personally, that's how we communicate that out, is through that newsletter on that site. That's like the Shore newsletter. So you can go to it and sign up for that if you want. Otherwise, there's not really anything different on that site. It has our story over the last few years, and kind of the move to Hawaii and the move to Tennessee and how all that happened and all that, if you're interested in reading through that. But outside of that, there's not a ton of stuff on the site. However, that's going to change sometime in the future. Probably just here and there, because my priority right now, other than doing the stuff I do for SET already and doing church stuff and doing my day job, is my priority is a Christmas album and finishing that off so I can release it before Thanksgiving. But outside of that, I'll be just kind of doing stuff here and there. So stay tuned. ryanshore.net is the website. As always, safeeasytech.com is up and going. If you need Covenant Eyes, or you know someone that needs Covenant Eyes, go to safeeasytech.com and click on any of the links on any of the pages that say Covenant Eyes through there. I'm now an affiliate, or they're a partner with me. So there's like just full disclosure, there's like a financial thing there. But Covenant Eyes is great. It's super awesome. I've used it for a while. It's great accountability. It's accountability software. You can turn on a filter, but it's mainly accountability, which means that you can pull up whatever you want. But one or more, we really encourage you to have multiple accountability partners. I have 3, my wife and 2 other guys. If something does get flagged, it gets sent to those people, and then you can have a conversation. So you don't have to worry about like always being like, oh man, this normal site's blocked and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about that. And it kind of addresses the filters are like, you can get around filters and no one ever knows. But like your average like 10-year-old that's like used a computer for the last 3 years can probably eventually find a way around a filter. But accountability is just different. It's just a different level. So it's been really helpful for me and my family just to not have to like deal with the what ifs, like it's just, I don't really think about it anymore. I forget it's on there half the time. But it's not really an issue anymore because it's like, there's freedom. So, but it's good to have it just because you don't ever have to worry about something popping up. Really good for like spouse and stuff like that, kind of peace of mind for them. And it's also equally amazing if you have kids, because then it's peace of mind for you as a parent. So anyway, there's a lot of info on safeeasytech.com about Covenant Eyes, way more in-depth stuff. There's a review video that I made before I was a partner with them. And then there's an article that just came out this last Saturday. This coming up Saturday is going to be social games. So if you play on Facebook and you love the Facebook games, your kids love the Facebook games, they're playing the app games where it's mainly just, it's all about networking and like getting friends of friends so that you can like send things back and forth and all that. Those are social games. They're not bad. They're actually a lot of fun, a lot of them. So that's what this week's going to be about. So if you want to, it's part 3 of the Parent's Guide to Online Gaming. We've covered MMOs. We've covered browser games. So this week we're tackling social games, and then there'll be one more week after that. So stay tuned for that. Also, sign up for the newsletter on there too. It sends you a digest every week on Monday. So you don't have to bother checking the site. It'll come to you in the email, and then you can click on whatever links you want to from there. It's only once a week. Regardless of how many things we post on the site, it all gets condensed down to that one email. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go. I'm done for the day. I've had a long day of working and recording and doing a bunch of other stuff. So I'm gonna take a break here and cut loose and have some fun. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.